In our last screencast, we formatted our hard drive, and now we're going to set up the folder structure that will allow us to keep all of our information in a nice, accessible, and easily maintained order. So here on my desktop, I've got my external drive here, Maxwell 250, and there's nothing in it because it's been freshly formatted. And what I want to do is create a folder structure that's going to make it easy for me to keep track of my project. So I'm going to create a new folder using the File menu to New Folder, and I'm going to name this DVP111, which is the name number of our class. Hit return, and it takes the name. Now, if you have trouble naming a file, if it didn't folder, if it didn't click with the when you create a new one, you can always slowly double-click on the title. It'll turn the title blue, and you can type whatever you want. I'm going to hit Escape to cancel that because I want to keep it DFVP111. Then I'm going to double-click to go inside the folder, and now I'm going to create 2 new folders to keep track of my projects in Final Cut Pro. So the first one is a new folder. It's simply going to be called Projects. This is where all your Final Cut Pro projects are going to go. This is the files that you will actually be opening and editing when you're making a movie. You will always also put other random collected materials in here, such as additional audio files, music tracks, some graphics. Those will all go into your projects file. Any kind of sort of data, any kind of files that go along with your project will go in the project folder. And underneath this project folder, there will be a new folder that we'll make each time for each separate project that we work on. The other folder that we need to make is for Final Cut itself, and it's going to be called Scratch. Final Cut uses Scratch disks to keep track of miscellaneous data, little bits of render files, and other things that it uses temporarily, as well as storing very large data files that it creates when it's capturing video from tape or from another solid state source. So when we get into capturing from actually using the video camera, those files are going to go in Scratch. And the idea behind this is to keep your large data files separate from your small data files so that you can trash the big data files, the big media files, and sort of recreate them or move them around and store them separately. And your projects folder is always going to be fairly small and portable and transportable so that you can actually back that up and move it from computer to computer without having to lug along gigs and gigs and gigs of video files. So we're going to keep the projects and the Scratch folder separate, and we will be setting those up and using those when we launch Final Cut Pro and start a new project in our next video.